You stupid, dog. You stupid. Folks, let me know if you have any troubles hearing me. Please forgive the tardiness. You know I do not ever do anything late. We had some major technical difficulties. We're trying to get the audio right because there are a lot of complaints from folks about the audio. It's never from folks who actually pay for a Patreon subscription. It's always from random folks. But still, we tried to honor that and fix the audio, but had some challenges. Regardless, we got a lot of game. My man's the homie Ryan, who I grew up with, is going to be here. So let me get into my intro, and then we going to talk this shit. Yeah. If y'all got some questions, feel free to drop the questions in there. You heard me? Make sure that it has a question mark so we can actually tell it's a goddamn question. If you want to join on screen, we have a lot of links for you to do so. Now, let's get to this work. Marquett Devon Burton, the saint and the sinner. Giving you lessons from a pimp. Let's get to it, folks. Hey, I appreciate everybody joining in. The homie that I grew up with, I see folks are already on the screen. So, you know, because we show love, we're going to just pop y'all on the screen and we're going to hear what you guys got to say. And we're going to talk a little bit of shit. Alex, how you feel, brethren?
I feel great, man. How you feeling? How you guys feeling?
Feeling like $1 million euros, man.
Hey.
What you up to, man? You driving a 16-wheeler? What we got going?
Man, you guessed it right. I'm based out of Chicago, but I'm actually I'm driving south to Mount Vernon, and I'm on my way back right now. So I still try to be productive when there's no traffic ahead with stuff like audiobooks and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'll figure I'll get on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What you got to say to us, bro? What's on your mind?
You know what? I mean, I don't know how this works. I've seen some of your videos and I've seen the questions, and so I guess you know, I've been going through books too for a while, and I saw one of the questions was, how do you a real friend from a fake one or something like that?
Yeah.
So I was just gonna ask, like, do you have specific tests that you put? I mean, obviously, you know, with women, they're much more emotional, and they're not going to be as consistent as a man would be to another man on a daily basis or in general. So do you have tests that you do aside from the tribulations and things that happen unexpectedly, right? Do you actually have tests for men too that you that you, I guess, you know, throw at them or you know, yeah, put in front of them to see if, you know, their actions or their words align with what they set out to be?
Got you. So basically, is there a test for making sure that males are really good friends? Is that right?
Right.
Cool. You got any words on that before I go in?
Shit, bro. I don't know if it's a test, bro. You know what I mean? It's just more like you understand. It's an understanding, man. And then if it feels different, then it ain't it. You feel me?
I say, like my man Ryan right here, I think there are a couple remarkable things about our relationship, and we go back since like the 3rd grade, right? And I think number one, my whole life, I've never been jealous of Ryan. Ryan has never been jealous of me. I've never said anything negative to him or about him, right. Not aggressively, not passive aggressively. Anytime he's been successful, he has a beautiful family, married man, has like twins and a son, all things I strive to have. So I am so happy when I see that. That's the mark of a true friend.
Right.
We've never gotten to about one disagreement. Not an argument, right. Not a problem, but one disagreement. I remember it as clear as day. I was 16 years old, and I was talking bad about Jesus, and he wasn't trying to hear it. I was talking bad about Jesus. He wasn't trying to hear it, and that's literally the only time I can ever think of us having any kind of disagreement, and it was minor. Yeah. It was just basically, he was like, man, I'm not trying to hear this. Now, mind you, my man's like fam was like preachers, so he was deep in it. But other than that, I never ever said anything bad about my brother. I've never not been happy when he's winning, and it's been mutual. He's never said anything bad about me. He's never not been happy when I've been successful.
Right.
There's never been anybody came to me like, you heard what he said, or vice versa. That's true, pure love, man, like a brother. And the friendship is almost greater than a brother because you choose your friends. And so that's the big thing to me is if people are saying snake things, like I have some frenemies who say things that are not entirely positive, and I could tell they don't really fuck with me, so I put them on limited association. But Ryan, I mess with the whole way, and I would give him the clothes off of my back because he would also give me the clothes off of his back. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like you look for the mutuality. So if like there have been times I've been dead broke, I'd be like, bro, I need you to send me some bread.
Yep.
This man has a wife and 3 whole kids and still has sent me money when I had $0. You see what I'm saying?
That's love.
Yeah, that's love, man. No questions.
You gotta
no
surround
BS.
yourself with people you look up to, man. You know what I mean? Like even though
For
you
sure.
got the same age or whatever it is you got going on, man, you got to make sure that you admire, you know, what somebody else is doing, man. Like he said about the family. For me, it's like this nigga, he got it going, man. You know what I mean? He's doing everything on his own. He's making his path for himself, and I look up to that, man. And I strive to be better at that.
Yeah, so there's that mutual.
That is amazing.
Talk to us.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, man. I feel the same way. I mean, from what I have observed from men and women, I mean, it just seems like the people that have been real in my life have been indifferent as to whatever path I take or I decide to take, regardless, you know. And I've noticed that, and I've noticed with some, you know, they'll say some snarky comments or they'll just have like this grin on their face, or they just, you know, I mean, and then you start to learn what you can bring up or what you can talk about around certain people and whatnot. So I guess after a certain period of time, it's up to you as well to keep your mouth closed, or not keep it closed, but, you know, just like limited association, limited verbal communication as well. So yeah, it's amazing though. Like people make this world go round, man. Good people. I mean, they just make life better, man. Especially when they see that in you as well, you know.
That's right, Alex. And when you have people who are not happy for your successes, those are not people who love you. And sometimes it's not even worth putting them on limited association. Put them on no association. Because at the end of the day, the people who can hurt you the most are the ones who know you, who are close to you, who are familiar. So if they're making, as you said, snarky comments, get them the fuck out of there. And you don't have to tell them like, hey, I don't fuck with you. You just have to be a man of action. So I highly recommend that, Alex. That's a really good point. Shout out to Preston, dropped us a 50-piece. Preston's actually on the Saints Council. I'm looking forward to seeing my guy at the conference. It's going to be dope. Appreciate the donation, fam. Alex, thank you for calling in and sharing your questions with us. Truly appreciate it. Be safe out there on the road, of course.
Yes.
Hey, you take care, man. Have a good one.
Absolutely. You too. And we got a few comments. King Terry writes, would you look at that? Just finished work and came home, did some work on the house, had some food, finished making a beat, and boom, niggas is live.
Your beat better be fired.
On everything. Drop us a link. I might have to get on it. My man got some bars too. He used to spit a little bit of bars back in the day. In fact, speaking of friendship, real friends add to you. The first time I ever freestyled, I was with this man and my OG Kevin Cox, who's his older brother. Yep. You feel me? So we've been tight and go way back like an old man hairline. Patiently waiting for these gems. You dig? We got it in the building. The non-truth, thank you, which is a non-truth is the greatest moderator ever. Writes blessings to this game, Saints. Don't forget to wipe your feet at the door by giving that like. Hey, I appreciate it. And that's right. Giving a like is free.
Amen.
Don't cost nothing to give a like. And if you have questions, please share your questions. And as Garvey says, get the likes up. Peace to all the Saints who have tuned in. Shout out to the Assassin. You dig? Appreciate the super chat, Garvey. Let's get this game cracking. So let me see what we got. Is this live on YouTube or StreamYard? Well, Mr. James, this is live on both YouTube and StreamYard. If you'd like to join the call on the community tab on YouTube, you can click that link to join the call and ask your question live. Or if you're a Saint at patreon.com/thesaintinthe-center, there's a link there as well. Get the likes up. Jesus paid for it all. That's right. Free courtesy of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
All right. So let's see what questions we got. That's before we hopped on. Ramsey Serrano writes, got to get my notebook. Hello to all the saints. Appreciate that. Always love to see you guys greeting one another. It's always love when we come together. All right, let's see. My question is, how do you change from the gangsta youngster life into a real businessman? I think sometimes the veneer of things is what fools people.
The veneer.
What's underneath never really changes. So I was always a businessman because I always had products and services. If you have the Black Box, my book, and you've read through it, you'll find that I learned how to sell when I was a young person selling candy door to door. And then I started selling the Mary Jane, you dig, was selling the Fire Green when I was just 11.
A little 60 pack.
You heard me. And then I moved up to some other things and eventually transitioned into the formal economy as a businessman. But all of the hustle, the know-how, and the mentality I brought with me. The only thing that changed is I became more educated, so I was able to leverage my natural talents and my past experience in a way that was safer. So generally speaking, we are all the same person, which is to say, one of these haters who talking reckless on those YouTube comments, if I saw them in person, would I slap the shit out of them? Absolutely. And this is my man's. I knew this cat since I was a young prepubescent child in elementary school.
Young pup.
You heard me? So, like, I'm not going to tell any lies with him sitting right here because he know what's real.
Right. Your
boy's a fiashel to the gristle. M. Garvey, nothing much, man. Just getting done with the Mrs. Time for cha-cha. So we're going to go through these comments. And forgive me if I'm going slow. It's just the technology is a little sus. Top of it. Greetings. Peace to the saints. I wasn't raised around strong men. How can I learn to properly man up and control emotions? You got any notes on that before I go in?
Shit, bro. You gotta tap in. You gotta tap into yourself, man. And I don't know, because I was raised, by my pops, by my uncles. I had that around me. But my nigga here, it's obvious that he didn't have that, but he was able to, manifest it. You gotta tap into your P, bruh. You feel me? And make sure that you staying strong and 10 toes down. You feel me? And when you get, don't act off of emotions. When you got issues going on, don't react because of emotions. Just, let it sit, ponder. You feel me?
Yeah, what I would add to that is that you say you weren't raised around strong men. Number one, every boy grows into a man inevitably.
Regardless.
Period, right? Like you're not going to just grow into some other shit. You don't plant a seed for an apple tree and that shit grows into an orange tree.
Facts.
Which is to say, if you're a boy, you're going to grow into a man.
Right.
You being strong is about what's within you. It's not about what's outside there in the world. Yes, it's good to have examples. That's a beautiful thing. But the strength is inside of you. The key is, number one, knowing who you are. When you are very aware of who you are and what you have inside of you, you're going to feel confident and strong. And when you put strong things inside of you, you're going to know that you have a reserve of strength. There are a lot of people who grew up with their father and are still fucking weirdos and are still hella pussy, right?
Right.
So looking at good examples is a beautiful thing. But as we say in the boxing world, only one person gets into that ring. Your daddy can't fight for you in that ring. Your uncle can't fight for you. Your brother can't fight for you. Your cousin can't fight for you. Only you can fight. The same is true of life. It's a metaphor, which is to say that you will be strong, not because your family's strong. You will be strong because you are strong. So everything depends on you and what you put inside of yourself. And so I would encourage you, if you don't follow on patreon.com/the Saint in the Center, I made a video literally called How to Be a Hard Man. Literally called How to Be a Hard Man, which I think aligns perfectly with what you're asking me about being a strong man, because being strong is not about being rude or impolite or pretending to be a tough guy. Being strong is about having a reserve of strength and having a mentality that you're in control of. So, Joe, check that out if you haven't peeped it already. You dig?
10 toes.
LOL, say that. Fam in the building. See you though. Talk that shit. What else can I do?
Yeah.
Who's the homie on the left, Mr. Intro?
RPZ.
You heard me. This the homie. We went to elementary school together, man. We grew up in the same hood. pretty much go all the way back.
Hell yeah.
A man's word is his bond. So that's how you test them. That's true. People who don't keep their word, that's a very clear indicator.
It is. It
and
might be a fade too.
I know, right? It might be a fade. You're right.
Might be a fade.
And like the thing is too is, are they reliable, right? Like, do they really come through? Like, my man has a whole wife and kids, and when I was down bad and I said, bro, I need some bread, he didn't say why. He didn't say, let me get at you next week. He said, hey, that's what I got. I sent you everything I got. Boom, that's what it is.
That's family.
That's family. That's what you should be looking for. And you got to have high standards with everything in life. High standards with your friends, high standards with women. And here's the thing. You don't have to have a whole shit ton of friends. I don't have 30 people in this video call right now. And I was still the most popular nigga in high school. You heard me? But it's my man, this one man right here who I really fuck with. And when things go bad, I can't call 100 people to be reliable.
Right.
You call the ones who are fiyaishal. And that's the key, is making sure that you don't waste time on things that are not real. Relationships that are not real.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, what's going on, brethren?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Chilling. What's on your mind?
Thank you guys so much for taking your time out for this video. So I did have a few questions for you. All right. So real quick, I've heard you say, assassin, like, and you've talked about like the qualities, a little bit of what that actually means. So I really wanted you to correlate, because there are different kinds of like strong men out there, like Spartans, and people try to emulate that kind of strong mindset and things like that. So number one, if you kind of categorize the most important qualities of what a man is, and also how that relates to an assassin or that kind of mindset, that would be amazing.
Got you. Okay, yeah, I got a lot to drop with regards to what we're shaping in the assassin and the kind of men that we are and what we're seeking to share with other men in terms of our way of life. Got a lot to drop. My brother right here is doing what I think a lot of us should all be oriented on: being a great family man, being a leader to a woman, being a father to children, being a positive role model. So you heard me, especially for a black man, right? 70% illegitimacy in the black family, 70% of black families, no man in the household. So he's doing something that's remarkable, and I admire that. I don't have any kids that I know of. If I knew of them, I'd probably try to do something about it. You heard me? Depend on the girl, low key. But you feel me? Maury ain't banged my line as of now, so I'm a free man. But Ryan, what do you have for the people right now in response to Danny's question about what is a man? And you just talk to him right now.
You just stay on, man. Just stay 10 toes down, like I said before. If you ain't got a family, you feel me? You can still make steps towards your accomplishments, hit your goals, follow your own script, you feel me? And that's a real, positive when you looking at trying to, become a young man or, be a more solid man, you feel me? That's pretty much what I say.
I like what you said about follow your own script, because if you ain't following your script, you might end up following a female script, letting her be the leader, or following behind other niggas, like they Simon and you the follower.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so I like that, because when you're following your own script, you end up where you wanted to go, not where somebody else wanted you to be.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like that. There are so many different rituals, behaviors, exercises that compose a man. And I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm going to kind of give you some high level stuff, and then I'll tell you some specific ways of life that we follow in the assassin. As Ryan said, follow your own script, which means that a man has a plan. They always say the man with the plan.
Right.
Turns out every woman wants a man with a plan, because if you don't have a plan, that means you can't lead her anywhere. If there's no plan, you're leading her to destruction. And the reason you're leading her to destruction, if there's no plan, is because in the absence of a plan, bitch is going to start leading herself.
Right.
And when a woman leads herself, she is now going against nature, and she can only end up to a place that is no good. So that's number one. A man must have a plan. And that's why in the Assassin, we're always talking about what's your goal. We got SMART goals. We got winner strategy sessions where you get together and you say, hey, man, I want to be a great boxer, or I want to have this beautiful woman that works at my job, or I want to make $10,000 a month, whatever the case is. You got to have a goddamn plan and you got to be pursuing it. Now, that's the second piece. Number one, have a plan. Number two, be a man of your word. If you set the plan, God damn it, you got to take some actions to achieve. You got to make it happen. Those are hugely important things, and it's embedded in the English language. A man of his word. You ain't never heard nobody say a woman of her word.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they don't say that.
No, I haven't.
Because these hoes be lying. And they'll make up any kind of explanation to let you know why they did the wrong thing. I had a female, right? A hijabi, Muslim girl. I said, hey, do not watch my YouTube videos, period. It's non-negotiable. This is a space for men. This is content for men. She's like, okay, yeah, sure thing. I was like, do you know how to follow directions? Yeah, sure thing. I know how to follow directions. Little did she know I was 8 steps ahead of her.
Hey.
Which means that I said some things in my videos specifically about her to touch her emotions so that she would come back and tell me about the video, aka rat on herself, because I knew I could touch her emotions. As a man, we said number one, have a plan. Number two, be a person of your word, pursue the plan. Number three, do it without emotions. Be rational. You see, that's the difference between the male and the female. We can control emotions, compartmentalize, hold things inside. You hear me? They say a real killer catch a body and don't tell nobody. Catch a body and don't tell nobody. A woman do some dirt, she got to tell him and her. She can't hold it in. It's too hard. You see, a man should be able to control his mind, control his emotions. Catch a body, go home, greet his wife, make love to her, go to sleep, wake up, and walk his kids to school. You hear me? Because you're focused, controlling your emotions, staying rational. If you only did those 4 things, you'd be one of the greatest men to walk the earth. Have a plan. Be a man of your word. Pursue the plan. Always control your emotions. And as I say, I do not promote religion at all. But there was some great advice given by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. A young man came to the Prophet Muhammad, said, give me some advice, O wise Rasul, wise messenger. And the Prophet Muhammad said, my advice to you, young man, is don't get angry. He says, okay, that's great advice. What other advice do you have for me? He says, my other advice is don't get angry. He said, fantastic. Do you have any other advice? He says, absolutely, I do. Don't get angry.
Some good advice.
Keep control of your mind. People say, oh, when you're boxing, do you get mad? Of course not. Uncontrolled emotion is the enemy of performance. Look at Floyd Mayweather when he's whooping your ass. He's smiling at you half the time because he's engaging in a mental chess match and you're losing. And when people start to lose, what do? Like Canelo did. They get angry and then they start throwing crazy punches, which means they're more inclined to decline in their performance.
Or steal your style.
Oh, yeah, right. Or in Canelo case, right? Nigga, Canelo doing his best Floyd Mayweather impressions. It's crazy. So those are the major tenets of being a man. In terms of the Assassin, we even formalize a lot of what we believe in so that it's easy to practice on a regular basis. We say the man is the leader. The man is in control of his emotions. So, for example, within the Assassin, one thing the saints always do before a meal, we say, what is one thing you're thankful for? Number one, we say this when we break bread with anybody, but especially when we break bread with our family. Why is that? Because when we say, what is one thing you're thankful for? You establish yourself as the leader. You're asking other people what they're thankful for. And here's the thing. We believe in speaking last. So we listen to everyone else first. If they ask us, then we say what we're thankful for as the leader. Because guess what? You're the leader. You don't have to share everything that's on your mind. You're the leader. You listen first, speak last, because you get to learn, and then speak based on the knowledge that's been shared. You have the widest perspective. Further, as a man leading your family, when you say, what are you thankful for? Your son might say, I'm thankful for I just won my football game. Your daughter might say, I just got an A on my test. Your wife might say, you know what, I'm having trouble I can't think of anything good right now. That lets you know there's a problem in your family. You see, you set up a regular ritual to check in on her, because if she has trouble thinking of something she's grateful for, that means she's in a bad mindset. Now you get to navigate her emotions with her as the leader. And so those are some of the many ways of life that we have that make it easier for us to be strong men and strong leaders and really do well in the society. Thank you for your question, Saint.
Thank you.
This one right here. Was there anything else you wanted to share with us before we carry on?
Last really quick thing. I was reading The Power of Habit, and it was talking about doing things every day to develop a certain kind of character, right? And you mentioned about the character of a strong mindset, right? Being able to go through things and still be very logical and rational. Mm-hmm. So what would you say are some of those habits, or the most effective habits to develop that kind of mindset and grit?
I'll give you one. And I'm going to give you one because Marquettism always forwards the idea of simplicity. I can give you 10, but you're not going to do 10 things. Here's one thing that you can do. People often talk about the power of reading, but they often forget about the power of writing. If you want to be rational, writing is a great thing because it takes the jumbled thoughts out of your head and you set them down in ink. It makes them very discreet. You can separate out things. If something's bothering you, you write down your to-do list and you figure out, okay, well, this is bothering me the most. I should do this first, solve this problem, get this stress off of me. Further, every single day, you should have a to-do list every day. I like to write mine out before bed so that I have my whole to-do list out. And then I do two things. First thing I do is when I write out the whole to-do list, then I prioritize it. Well, this is the most important thing. This goes at the top. So I write a second to-do list with everything prioritized. Then I write a third version. This is the third version. I first ask myself, once I prioritize it, which of these things can I not do? If I don't do it, nothing goes wrong in the world. I cross those things out, makes my life simpler. And then I go to bed. Subconsciously, this to-do list is going through my head. I wake up with it on my mind. I wake up with purpose. I wake up for a reason, because not everyone deserves to wake up out here breathing up all this good ass air and they ain't about to contribute shit to the world, right? So I wake up with a purpose, like, damn, I got this whole to-do list and these are meaningful things that are aligned with my goals. Now this day is about to have meaning because I know you, like I, have gone through an entire day and said, damn, what did I do today? I don't feel like I accomplished anything. When you have a to-do list and you go through it every day, you're going to end that day like I did things that were meaningful and things that add up to my big goals. That's the one thing that I would give you to take home.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you tuning in, Saint. Peace.
Peace, bro.
Eric Bautista writes, what are some tips on motivating a very good friend? My friend is caught up with a little baby now and a mentally unstable baby mama. He ain't the only one, is he? I know about 30 niggas like that. Might be a friend of ours.
Man.
So he usually likes to pass time getting lit on a little bit of sticky, maybe some other things. Well, you got any thoughts on that before I go?
Yeah. Hey, you should be honest with him. You feel me? That's your boy. Let him know. Like, hey, bro, you fucking up, homie. You fucking up, bro. And we need you to do better. You got a kid now. You feel me? If the bitch ain't acting right, you still got to take care of your own. So
that's right.
You feel me? Up front, you know, he might be hot with you in the beginning, but shit, he gonna always be like, shit, he was telling me the truth.
Ryan, I'm glad you said that, bro, because that reminds me, one of the best things about a real friend is they keep it real.
Got to.
I can't, this nigga like my consigliere.
Not the consigliere.
You heard me. There have been so many times I was about to do some wild shit. And y'all don't really know me like that, especially if you ain't read the black box. You don't really know me like that. If you ain't read the black box, you don't really fuck with me like that. But if you read the black box, you got a little taste of the kind of shit I used to do. There's a lot of stuff I left out of the book because it's just too deep. You heard me? There are things that I ain't never told nobody that can't even go in the book. I didn't call this man up like, hey, man, like so-and-so did X, Y, and Z. They violated. I feel like now I got to do ABC. And this nigga just told me like, ABC, nigga, you ain't got to do ABC, nigga. It ain't that deep. And I'm over like, they violated though. It seemed like they need A, B, and C. He like, maybe A, but B and C is too heavy.
Right.
So when you got a good friend like that who can keep it real with you and tell you like, Quet, you's a crazy motherfucker, man. Like, you better not do that. That's going to be all bad. And they're going to know it was you, nigga. Like, when you got a good friend who can be honest with you, number one, it requires two pieces of the pie. One, he's willing to be honest with me. Two, I'm mature enough to listen to what he's saying.
Right.
And there's even a third part. There's trust. I know that Ryan is a wise man who makes good decisions. He's always been spiritually guided. He's always been morally upright. So I know that I can ask him moral advice. Mm-hmm. What would an upright man do? He also has some common sense. So when I'm angry, that's right. It's critical, ain't it? Shit. I know that when I'm angry about something and I'm just deep in my hood mentality, I'm like, this nigga gotta go. And I call him up, he'll be like, yeah, you know, he gotta go maybe, but do we really gotta go? Right. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to have that relationship. It takes us both being mature, him being honest, me being able to hear honesty. So that's a great question, man. I'm sorry to hear that he dropped a seed in a dumb bitch, but it happens to all of us. I ain't did it yet, but I ain't saying I'm exempt from it, right? It happens to the best of us. Blessings to him that he's able to spread his seed. Carrying on. And if you guys wanted to jump on the call, feel free to use that link on patreon.com or YouTube. How can I break it down to him without him thinking I'm judging or that I'm better? Hey, look, man, sometimes the truth is what it is.
It is what it is.
Shit. Fun fact, real friends keep that bail money on deck. Hey, if it get like that,
right.
If it get like that, shit, sometimes it get like that. True friends aren't fatherless and no estrogen in their bloodstream. Ooh, Moses.
Okay.
Moses says that's cap. All right, carrying on. And if you super chatted, please, if you super chat and I didn't mention your super chat, please re-chat it. Just write in all caps super chat so I know, because I do want to honor you. I don't care if it was $1 or $1,000. I just want to honor everybody at the same level.
Drop the skincare.
Drop the skincare, G. Let me keep it real with you guys, man. Like, women will have some more shit in their medicine cabinet. Your boy, I think my best skincare, if I'm keeping it honest with you, is exercising every single day, sweating those toxins out every single day, and good health. That's the best skincare, my brother. Like, there ain't nothing that's going to beat that. So I recommend you're in good health. And that's the key, man. That was crazy, right?
Right. What was that, man?
One of my little bitches. So that's number one. I don't use any products, to be honest with you, man. I just exercise every fucking day. That'll keep you young. Ain't no magic here, man. Never make a girl laugh by making fun of your homie. That's real shit.
Nigga-lations. 384.
384. Yeah, that's some sucker shit. If you in front of a bitch and you trying to stun on your man for a bitch, you's a sucker. Like, man, your man ought to slap you in your motherfucking head. Because, you know,
he should be bigging you up so we can get more bitches.
You heard me. Trying to put you on a bitch.
You feel me?
God damn it. I mean, and this man done been with me, and I done passed through thousands of bitches. What would it look like for me to disrespect him in front of a bitch? I done had thousands of bitches. He been solid the whole time.
Plethora.
Man, bitches coming and going. And he done put me on a couple bitches. If you read the black box, you'd have heard how he put me on a bad bitch.
Easy money.
Talk to me. That's a real nigga when a nigga call you up and say, hey, I got a bitch for you. That's contribution. That's when you pass around a collection plate. He put a whole bitch in it. Man, shout out. You clearly have no idea what it means to be fatherless. I agree. I think he's talking to the previous gentleman. No need to disrespect people for their circumstances. Right. People are not in control of circumstance. Those are the things around you. And in my book, in one of the black boxes, you'll actually read a chapter in which I say, people will try to deride you for your circumstances because they cannot attack you individually. So they got to attack that which is around you. That lets you know you're a strong man. They feel as though they can't even talk about you. They got to talk about your mama. They can't talk about you. They got to talk about some whole other shit that you ain't got control of. Right. And that's the thing about a real man's not emotional. You don't care. You don't care whatsoever. Right here. Thoughts on zodiac signs.
Bitch shit.
Period. Carrying on. A true friend will come pick you up across town when you ain't got no way of getting home, even if it's dream. That's true. Rolando, that's true, but you should ask your ass, what in the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing, man?
On everything, if my man called me like, Quet, man, hey, nigga, I'm in East LA right now. I need you to come swoop me up. I'm like, you had your little bad Latina bitch over there?
A little
hyena over there? Shit. I go pick him up, but I'm going to need to know what the fuck was you doing over there, bruh? While reflecting on shit is powerful. True story. When you have a real one, you got to hang on to them. That's true, James. And I can't tell you how serious that is because his older brother is now deceased. And it's ironic. Today is the anniversary of his older brother's passing. And his older brother was as much an older brother to him as he was to me.
Shit, you be with him, I wouldn't be.
Right. I'd be hanging out with his older brother. This nigga wouldn't even be around. Yeah. Which is to say, my biggest regret, I didn't spend enough time with his older brother. Right. When I was an adult and I could have spent all the time. And that's why he's out here now, because I'm like, man, we got to post up. And Bridget was just telling me, she was like, you ain't seen Ryan in a couple of years.
That's a fact.
That's true, ain't it?
Yeah, bro.
So your loved ones, whether it's your children, your cousins, your friends, spend that time. You don't know how much time you have. The saints cherish things. The saints appreciate things. They appreciate me. They appreciate one another. They appreciate you guys who are on this call. That's why when you see the first 30 or so comments, people saying peace to the saints, greeting one another. Real men are appreciative, observant. We listen, we think. We are really deep in shit. And that's why I want you to get deep in your relationships. If you love somebody, make them pull up on you. You can't have love when you don't have human touch. You know what I'm saying? Like all this internet, like phone call, video call shit is cool, but you need to reach out and touch people and show real love, folks. And I mean that. And oh, and by the way, a non-truth, if you see any trolls in the comments, feel free to block them. I think you're empowered to do that, right? Are my moderators empowered to block people and get them the fuck out of here? Because we ain't got time for the bullshit. Your homie a real one. True story. I mean, we 20 years in. Niggas is 20 years in. Men don't test homeboys. When it gets thick, your people there. If not, that's all you need to know. That's circumstance testing it, right? You just have to be willing to accept the truth. We got 300 folks on the call. I expect that we should have at minimum 300 likes. A true friend is loyal to their word. The smallest things counts. That's true. And also I want to say there's nothing wrong with apologizing. And there's nothing wrong with knowing you were wrong. As I said, the one time we ever had any disagreement was when I was talking greasy about Jesus Christ. And that wasn't right.
Bro, I don't even remember that, bro.
I remember it because I remember we never got into a disagreement. I just remember you was like, dog, that's enough. And I was like, all right. But to me, it meant something because I never seen him react like that. I never seen him say, dog, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not that kind of person. And so me, I know I was dead wrong. Because in relationships, it's not about being right. It's not about proving somebody wrong. It's not about being superior. Trying to be superior to somebody else causes much death. Anytime you see something going wrong in the world, it's because someone thought they were better than someone else. Sometimes you call that feeling of superiority. Sometimes you call it racism. Sometimes you call it sexism. Sometimes you just call it hating. Sometimes you call it jealousy. You see what I'm saying? So when you're fucking wrong, like I was, you have to be able to acknowledge that and make amends in your behavior. That's what a man does. A man isn't always pretending to be right. A man is a listener, a thinker, and that's the key. Real talk. Appreciate that, Aaron. Shout out to the saints. Islam Mo, glad to get some knowledge on this beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. I'm thankful to be alive today. And that's not always the case. Right. Exactly. You're talking out of your ass. I happen to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact. Shit test is a female trait. That's why real niggas don't practice it. You know what? You're right. You don't need to create fake tests to see if people are real. You need to be living your life, right? Yeah. You don't need to create a scenario. Yeah, that's weird. But the truth is that you're an observer. So when someone isn't living up to who they've presented themselves to be, you can see this person's phony.
Right.
Ryan knows I'm 100. I'm all action. He's seen me in 100 situations where it would have been real easy to back down. And a motherfucker went hard like Rambo. So he knows, you know what I'm saying? Not Rambo, right? Shit. But he knows when it goes a certain way, he already knows how I'm going to react because he's seen it over time. There's certain things you can't pretend. What's going on, family? Everything good. Man's really speaking on stuff you know none about. Cap, nothing effeminate about calling out BS. I agree. And gentlemen, don't waste time arguing in the comments. As a man,
there's beef in there,
right? They be here beefing and shit. As a man, if you argue with a fool, you tend to lower yourself to that state. Try to stay on level. That's why when I'm out and if I'm in a venue or something and there's a low-level employee and they're causing me some trouble, I don't even waste time arguing. I say, hey, go get your boss. Why? Because bosses talk to bosses. I'm not going to fuck around with you, youngin'. Go get your boss. You dig. Thank you. Perfect timing.
You did.
What up? Yo, happy to catch a live. Finally, question. What are your thoughts on forgiveness? Ironically, I think that speak on forgiveness, I more so spoke on admitting when you're wrong. Yeah. What are your thoughts on forgiveness?
Yeah, man, it's got to be genuine. You feel me?
That's right.
And you got to really, if you're forgiving somebody for some bullshit, you feel me? Make sure that, it's genuine. But if it's still some bullshit, you leave that shit alone.
Homie. Right. There's not much more to say than that. If you say that you have forgiven someone, you ought to actually forgive them. One of the things that saddens me about female nature is that they're not entirely inclined to be people of their word. So a lot of you guys like me have made mistakes with women and they'll tell you, oh, I forgive you. It's okay. I'm over it. And they're not really over it. They haven't really forgiven. To truly forgive someone is a very rare trait that only mature individuals have, male and female. But on the female side, it's a lot harder to get the sincere forgiveness because to forgive, you have to let go of the emotions. Mm-hmm. And that's something that they have trouble with. So anytime someone says they forgive you, but they really didn't, you want to exit that relationship because they're going to hold that over your head and they're going to torture you with that. And if you love yourself, there's no need to put yourself in that situation. Yeah. Black Maverick Music, who I believe is a subscriber at patreon.com/thesaintandthesinner spelled out. Truly appreciate those who support me. Writes, thanks, Quet, for answering my questions. Peace to you and your friend.
Peace, brethren.
Absolutely. Brethren. So I really want to just shout out all my patrons right now. And I want to acknowledge you because you guys really do support me. And you guys understand how much I sacrifice to do this work. I'm not a YouTuber. These guys are out here with fake names, AMS, and like all these made up ass names. I use my real name. Mm-hmm. I'm a real businessman in the real world. There are real penalties for me sharing this game with you.
Shit, you're dealing with it today.
Right. Today, I got from one of my offices, someone sent me a text with a photograph of a letter that was written out by a psychotic hater, basically saying, I want Marquett Devon Burton removed from the Fletch App Company. He's published information or he's published content on misogyny, on human sex trafficking. He calls himself a pimp. Here's a list of all of his videos that are public on YouTube, and I want him removed from the company, so on and so forth. And my own motherfucking someone at my office had to send this to me like, hey, this is what's going on. That can slow up a tremendous amount of money for me. And I trust activities like this have already hurt me to the tune of like 300,000 lost. The reason I do this is because I truly believe that there are things greater than money.
Facts.
And that's why I'm on here trying to make your life easier than my life was. When I wrote The Black Box, it's about my early life. So you don't fuck up when you're a young man. The reason you get mentorship is so that you don't have to walk a rocky road. Somebody could say, hey, youngin', it's a pothole right there. Watch out.
Watch out.
And even if you're an older man, there's nothing wrong with getting mentorship because a wise man knows you can learn from anybody. Right?
Hell yeah.
You can even learn from a homeless man what not to do.
Right.
So shout out to the patrons because you guys really fuck with me and I know you do. It's all good to say, yeah, dog, I got love for you. You watched 100 of my videos for free. You ain't even put down so much as $10. You ain't got love for me, dog. Nigga, I'm from the gutter. I know what love is. That's not love. That's freeloading. Now, Kat told me, hey, I'm in high school when I get some money to get. I'm like, dog, I grew up in poverty. My father was in prison. My mom was on crack cocaine. I had $10.
Right.
Don't tell me a word out your mouth to represent something that's not true.
Right.
So it's like the people who are on patreon.com, I really got love for y'all. Like, that's real shit. When you see me out in the world, holler the fuck at me. I'll fuck around, take you to lunch or something, man, because I really appreciate you.
He might take you to slide up on something.
You heard me. You heard me. Hey, and if you're going to be at the conference, Saturday night, we going out, all 300 of us, and we spitting game. We spitting game. You heard me? Every bitch in Hotopia, a.k.a. Las Vegas, every bitch in the whole Olympics, we giving out gold medals. Saturday night, we spitting game. So after the first day of programming in the conference on Saturday night, we going out that night, we spitting game. If you have not gotten your conference ticket, let me see if I could post the link in there so you could get it while they still available because these motherfuckers is going quick. And when they gone, I don't want to hear motherfuckers asking me for like, oh, Marquett, come on, man. Like, you can't let a couple more people in there. No, we can't. I don't even have the link right now because I'm not trying to sell them like that. But let me put this in here for y'all. Assassin.com/ I think it's conference. That might be the link. It might be. I don't even know because I'm not promoting it like that. That might be the link. If it is, fantastic. If it ain't, holla at me if you need the link. But carrying on. From the pimpin',
LeBron, huh?
Alpha Dog Affirmations writes, masculinity and friendship should be built upon virtues and the responsibility to accept the role of progression for self and society. Big love, man.
That boy talking that shit.
He talking that shit, ain't he? And that's the thing about the Saints. These are knowledgeable men. These ain't everyday motherfuckers. These are the leaders. David Lacey, I like to see niggas going by their government because a real man, his name means something to him. David writes, hey, every time I tune in, I'm impressed. Stay up. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Finish the book. It was good. Church. If you haven't copped the Black Box, you can get it at Amazon.com. You just search in the Black Box, Marquett Burton. And let me tell you, I think we got maybe 20 copies left that I have. And people who have been ordering on Amazon have been getting mad. Like, Marquett, this book is not signed. Amazon prints and ships those books. That's why they're not signed. I have 20 more copies of the book that can be signed because we're mailing them out. If you want a signed book, there are 20 more available. There will never again be more of them. So I just want you to know I'm never going to order more print copies of it. So if you want a signed book, this is the only way you can get it. I'm going to put the link in, and this is the way you can get the signed book. And I'm only doing this because people have been mad as shit. Like, hey, this book came and it wasn't signed. So I don't want you to think Amazon is sending out signed copies because they're not. Carrying on. Black Maverick says, what's up, Saints? Love to see the Saints greeting each other. And I think it just skipped all the way down. I saw a super chat from Kevin Hayden, who's been following the Assassin, who's been a part of the Assassin for a long time. So I love to see the time, man, when cats have been with me for 6 months. And shout out to the cats who are new. There was a gentleman who hopped in my DMs on Patreon. He was like, hey, I just found your work today, and I'm about to get my conference ticket today. And I recognize real, and I fuck with you because everything you said lines up with all the shit I know to be real. And I appreciate that. If I missed your comment, you got to forgive me because this technology won't let me scroll back up. So
it's jumping and shit.
Yeah, it's jumping and all kind of shit. They be wondering why I be staring all hard at the comments. People will act all cool until it comes down to their word. Those ain't your friends. That's right. And remember this. Let me let you in on some Sassin philosophy, you dig? In Marquettism, we have an epigram, which is a trillion good words don't add up to one deed. A trillion good words don't add up to one deed, meaning people can say all kind of nice stuff, but that doesn't equal an action, right? Like if he tells me he's hungry, I can tell him, oh man, that's crazy. That's sad, man. Yeah. I'm so sad you're hungry. I wish you had some food. Right. It's not right that you're hungry. And that sounds nice.
And you could give me a plate.
But I should give you a fucking plate, right? And that's exactly what he did. When I just picked him up from the airport when he got here, I said, are you hungry? Yeah, he said, hell yeah. And Bridget was kind enough to fix him up a plate. Even fixed me up some food I didn't want any. Derek writes, donated $5 and asked, thank you. Thank you for reposting that. If someone super chats, we need to honor that. I appreciate Ramsey's posting up someone else's super chat so we can acknowledge it. That's love. Derek donated $5 and asked, how do you deal with friends who always feel they need to give opinions or are always gossiping? Talk that shit, Ryan. I'm coming straight in after you. That's some bullshit.
Man, you probably need to just go ahead and holler at them and tell them some bitch shit. You feel me? And just let it be known. My approach is always just straight up, bro. I don't know nothing else. So
see, like, and think about that, man. He said his approach is always straightforward. He's not trying to like trick people. He's not trying to double speak or be passive aggressive. He just tells you what it is. Right. You can have a relationship with a man like that. No homo. You can have a relationship with a man like that because you always know where he stands and you know where you stand if you 100. In response to this, and thank you for the super chat, Drek. Number one, if a man is gossiping, he's misguided. That is not for us. It is said that women are prone to gossiping, which is true. Even my women, I don't let gossip. When a woman says some gossip shit to me, I don't even respond. I just ignore it. And if she's saying some gossip stuff that's negative, I will correct her. And I don't do it in a rude way. I just try to refocus her. So, for example, if my girl's looking out the window, she's like, oh, look at that girl's stomach, hella fat. Then I say, I bet she's a nice person. Have you ever met her? You see what I'm saying? Just redirect her. Because anybody can look at any one of us and say some dumb shit. Right. I'm sure there's some retards in the comments right now talking greasy. Wouldn't say it to my face, but they damn showing them comments talking greasy. Here's the thing. That's not manly. A man is about focus. Men don't gossip. So I would keep it G with them and tell them that's beneath you. You don't need to gossip and jaw jack. You don't need to tongue wrestle. If you're going to do something to that man, go do something to him. If you ain't, shut the fuck up. Now, friends who always feel they need to give opinions, that's another thing, man. That's some sucker shit. Always got an opinion. What they really need an opinion on is the shit that they doing. And that's what we always focus on in Assassin is focus on yourself. I even have a video called The Importance of Being Selfish. The importance of being selfish. I got to worry about my finances so that I have enough surplus to help other people if I ever need it. That's being selfish, focusing on my damn self.
Focus on yourself before you can put somebody else on.
You feel me? He has a wife and kids. He still got to focus on his damn self before he can help them on the airplane. The stewardess will tell you, dumbass, put on your own gas mask before, or your own oxygen mask before helping others. Why? Because if your dumb ass pass out, you ain't gonna be able to put that mask on your son. You heard me? Take care of number one. That's not being an asshole. That's being smart. So tell him to focus on his damn self. You'll find that when you're speaking positivity, you're speaking love and light, and you're speaking your goals into existence, you don't have breath to talk about other people negatively. Right. Get that off your mind. And in the assassin, the saints stay focused, eyes on the prize. Everything we do is for meaning. And that's why people be in the comments saying ignorant stuff like, yeah, is he going to put Bridget on camera? For what? How would that benefit you? People be saying goofy shit in the comments like, what kind of Rolls Royce is that? What does it matter? Like
a player one.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to drive it. Like, if it's love, it's love. But if it's not focused, I'm going to just try to help you focus. I appreciate that comment, man. And if your OG, if your homie don't want to get focused, man, leave him left and go right. This is facts. That came right on time. SJ Triple writes, Go against the grain, create your own path. Don't go along with society's narrative. I like that last part. Don't go along with society, because society is on the road to destruction. Any thoughts?
Man, that's a fact, bro. You sound like an entrepreneur.
Excuse me. Put some respect on action. You're damn right. Zaid. And I respect Zaid because he's been with us a long time. It might be more than one Zaid because a lot of the Muslim brothers have, Islam, Arabic names. So forgive me if I'm talking about somebody else, but there's one Zaid cat who follows on patreon.com/thesaintthecenter, and I truly appreciate that. He writes, man, I caught a live. Yes, you did. We're in the building. Bitches lie all the time. Sir, I have no objections. And writes, these hoes ain't loyal. Chris Brown told you. And Chris Brown beating them hoes up, though. He needs to quit it. He got the pimp hand too strong.
Nobody want to talk about what she said.
They don't. Cowards run their mouth, but killers don't talk. Master P, 1997.
97. Was he in Richmond in 97?
Bring it back for these young boys. I remember one time I heard somebody say, So Ryan was there when I introduced Tiana, this bad bitch that he introduced to me. I introduced her to the homie Crazy Rob. And people was like, she's like, he seems like such a nice guy. You guys are fun. You're so nice. I was like, homie's a wolf. Like, he's friendly. He's a nice guy, but he's a wolf. Like, don't get that confused. And when you dealing with hood niggas, they want to give you a demo. Like, if you don't know their credentials, they want to let you know they got hood stripes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, me, Ryan, and a couple of our people, we went out, to like a little strip in the town that we from. And the homie Crazy Rob had walked up on this cat. He was like, what up, cuz? And the dude's like, oh, what's up? He's like, what? Blood on the beat, blood? So he basically set this nigga up. This nigga who thought he was a gangster. So he walked up to him and said, what up, cuz? And the dude didn't bang. And so he's like, blood on the beat, you got to get DP. And so basically literally set the nigga up just to show that the nigga wasn't gangster, and then knocked him clean out in public in front of this little bitch. You remember that?
I went to Wilson with the nigga he knocked out.
Oh, you knew the nigga he knocked out.
I ain't know him.
But you knew of the nigga. Yeah. So I say that to say, man, like, like just as the previous comment that I put on the screen, it said killers move in silence, which is one. People will think you all friendly and funny, and they had your name in their mouth, not knowing you'll catch up with them, not knowing they be in them comments and they see you walking around the planet Earth and say some wild shit to you, and they think you're a YouTuber like the other guys. Like, okay, find out. You heard me?
I'm Indian.
I'm Indian, but I'm into black and white women.
Are you Native American or are you from India?
I'm thinking he's talking about more so India, Delhi, and all that good stuff. So he says, I'm Indian, I'm into black and white women. How can I attract them? Well, here's the funny thing. A black woman and a white woman, an Indian woman, a Latino woman, all one thing they all got in common is they all women.
Right.
So effective strategy will generally be effective across the board. I will tell you, though, that it's important to be mindful that African-American women in particular do have a rougher veneer. So you're going to have to kind of break through that a little more when you spit game at them. It's going to be a little tougher on the initial approach. Now, I would say white girls, that's the easiest market as far as I know. What do you think?
Well, shit, if you're just trying to attract them, I mean, shit, you just get the fucking clown set up. You feel me? Get you some big ass chains or some shit. But that ain't going, there's always initial game, but you got to have closing game. So, you feel me? Attracting them don't matter unless you reel them in.
That'll get the job done.
Nah.
That open the door,
right? But
that don't open the pussy.
Yeah, closing.
You see how he thinking? He trying to get you to the promised land.
Yeah.
You talking about attracting him? He talking about fucking him.
You just gotta talk, man.
Yeah.
Walk up on him and talk, man.
And see, that's where we came from. Is that where you spit game like you breathe air? We come from real game. Like these cats y'all listen to who write books on game, even though they don't have it in their blood. They read books from cornballs. This nigga brother used to drive us around. You heard me?
You gotta slide up on something.
And he'll pull up on a red light on a bitch and roll down the window. Hey, Mark, talk to that bitch right there.
Better.
Talk to that bitch right there.
You better.
At the red light. You heard me? That's how much game we were spending to where it just didn't fucking matter. You heard me? So that's where you got to get to. The talk game is everything. We didn't see Kevin pull off some of the craziest stunts in life.
Bad ones.
There was a time, I don't know if you remember this. I think we had came back. This was I don't remember if this happened on the same night, but there was a time that I'm going to tell y'all two crazy stories. The first one is a little more mild. We had just finished the basketball game and we pull up to a 7-Eleven in LA. And he parked in a 7-Eleven. I don't know if he pulled over to the 7-Eleven because he saw a bad bitch walking in or what the case was.
Might have been that.
With this nigga, you never know. He's like, hey, stay in the car. He get out the car. Me and this nigga talking. We in the car sitting, just finished a basketball game. He was our basketball coach. We talking. We look up. This nigga kissing a bitch. How you look up? You ain't seen it. We didn't see a bitch out of nowhere. A bitch has appeared and he's kissing the bitch already. That's high level game, man. Like, motherfuckers don't convert at that speed.
Right.
Let me tell you how crazy it is, though. Let me tell you some whole other crazy shit. I don't even remember how old I was, but I know I was young. It was me, you, Paris. I don't think Stanley was here that time. Okay. Kevin was telling us the legend of it. So basically, his older brother had said, hey, man, I got this bitch, Beatrice.
Oh, shit.
You remember this bitch, Beatrice? No. So we in LA. It's a little Latina bitch.
OG.
A little MILF, a cougar, some shit like that, right? So his older brother's like, look, y'all, I got this bitch Beatrice, man. She'll do anything I tell her to do. And I already got everything set up. And so it's me, him, and the other homie Paris. He was like, hey, look, just go knock on her door. This nigga just show up to the bitch house. He pulled us up to the bitch house. He's like, hey, go knock on her door. Tell her that he gave Paris like a CD or some shit. Like, hey, tell her you bringing this CD back for me.
Yeah, because I think you went with Stanley.
No, I went with Paris because Stanley went before.
You went with Paris and Stanley.
Oh, it was crazy, nigga. It was crazy. Like, that's what I was telling you. I remember Stanley I went before or that time. Man. Long story short, dog. He gave a nigga a CD and he said he gave a homie Paris a CD. He said, go knock on the bitch door. Just some
random ass CD in a plastic case. It wasn't nothing special.
And that's the key, man. This nigga Kevin Cox is an operator. He's a nigga that pulls shit off, a mastermind. So he gave the nigga a CD and said, hey, just tell her you returning this CD for Kevin. Want she to open the door, start talking to her, finesse your way in there. So we knock on the door. 3 tall ass black dudes. She opened the door like, what the fuck? And then Paris is like, oh, hey, Kevin wanted us to return this CD to you. She's like, oh, thanks. You guys know Kevin. Okay, that's great. And he's like, yeah, can I get some water? You know what I'm saying? Can we, we just finished playing basketball and shit. So we come in. She invites us in. We in there. We talking shit. And then like 2 of us is kind of talking to each other. And Paris is really macking on the bitch. He really gaming her up. And then I hear this nigga say some shit like, oh, I need a massage. And she was like, oh, yeah, I can massage you. So next thing you know, she's massaging him. Then he started massaging her. Next thing you know, he wearing the bitch out. We in there sitting on the couch. He wearing the bitch out right then and there, man. And this is the kind of crazy shit that happens when you know niggas who got crazy mouthpiece. And he done took control of the bitch. I tell you niggas about Dr. Phil and the bitch. This nigga Kevin Cox is the original Dr. Phil, man. He done got the whole hypnotized, the whole. If you connected to the nigga, the bitch is gonna fuck with you just because you associate.
That's all for that.
That's the pimping.
Yeah,
that's the pimping. Good Lord.
Wow, but she was like 40 something.
Man, he in there fucking the daylights out the bitch. Me and the other homie sitting there like, ain't this some shit? Carrying on. And we was young, bro. Like, we wasn't even playing high school basketball. Nigga, this is like middle school basketball. This shit was crazy. When a rich nigga wants you and your nigga can't do nothing for you, I don't know if the pimping would agree with that, man. Because the OG we talking about, Kevin Cox, then fucked many a niggas bitches who was rich.
Right.
Many.
Easy.
And Kevin ain't never had a job. I could never tell you what job the nigga had.
Yeah.
Nigga had so many jobs.
Yeah, odd job.
His main job. We know what the main job was. I think my guy says, why you not into Indian? That's a true story because them Indian women are gorgeous in the face. Long beautiful black hair, very respectful. Sometimes the laws in India are getting fucked up and they getting really disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know how it's going down. but your boy will be pulling up in Bangalore. Don't test me. I'm going to be out there. Rodney writes, you don't fight well when you are angry. That is factual. French writes, you can attract them by being you. Focus on you and being the best you can be. Damn, they sound like the created assassin. When you find a girl that matches what you like, make it be known to her. That's true, man. You always got to stand up and speak up. Stand up and speak up. Bridget, may I have the charger? I need the charger. Okay. Just throw that on you just to fuck with you, man. That's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. We getting back to it. I just had to show my guy some of these text messages from these bitches because y'all don't know the level I be operating at. Could you plug that in for us, Bridget? I appreciate that. Let's see. Devin writes, glad it is. Thank you. Devin. Yeah, actually, man, have some more water.
I'm slipping.
I'm kind of hungry too. If there's like a bar you can give me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bar too.
And we're gonna start wrapping up because I'm getting hungry. What can we have for lunch? You made that face like Marquett, you're gonna be out of town, so I didn't grocery shop. Is that face?
You got shrimp fried rice?
Shrimp fried rice. Let's do it. Okay. Devin writes, glad to catch you live. Finally, homie. My question, can I still join the Patreon groups that you have going on? Have been a patron since June. Appreciate that. That's love. Now, when you say the groups, are you talking about on the assassin.com? Yes, you absolutely can. If you're talking about the Saints Council, we can work that out. So just let me know what you're talking about. DM me on Patreon. That's where I will respond. A lot of folks are DMing me on Instagram. Unless you're a patron, I probably won't be able to respond because it's so many people messaging. MP London writes, big up Assassin. Get those likes up. Truly appreciate the love. Shout out to my bruvs in London, you dig?
Yeah, bruv.
They out there, bruv. When a person speaks once, listen twice. Man, that's game.
Let's do SJ.
SJ3.
Giving gang. Huh?
Gang. All day. Thank you. Appreciate it. What else? What else needs to go up there? What are you most thankful for? Very good question. Absolutely. Well, what are you thankful for, brother? It's never a bad time to reflect on gratitude. What are you most thankful for?
Shit. Life. You know, waking up, being able to enjoy another day.
You got to get more specific than that, bro. Nigga said life. Everybody got a life, my guy.
I'm just saying, being alive, man, being thankful for that. You know, having a family, having solid people around you.
That's real.
You feel me? That's pretty much what it all boiled down to.
Yeah.
Everything else comes after that.
Yeah, having solid people around you you can never overestimate that. That you can never be too thankful for that. And I feel like that's something I've realized more recently, and I'm working to make sure I'm bringing around people around me that I love.
Right.
Like next weekend, I got a shorty coming out who, if you read the black box in my acknowledgments, it acknowledges Angela. And I'm having her come out next week because she helped me fucking write the book and didn't charge me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And she was there editing it and being a help to me. I was like, shorty, come out here. Let me just spend some time. Because you got to show love to your people, man. Danny, I see. I'm going to put you back in the stream. Danny, I want to hear what you're thankful for, fam. Make you a part of this. Talk to us.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I just got off with this huge engagement. I had this engagement that this girl across the country. And it didn't go as planned, right? And it really took a lot out of me. You know, imagine as a man, you put everything, you invest in so much and it doesn't work out. So it's really devastating. And I was in one of my lowest moments in life. And honestly, I wasn't even sure how I was going to stand back up. But I'm going to keep it real with y'all. My life has been 10 times better since like a few months ago. I've gotten a couple new jobs. Like I'm starting to train. I just got connected with you here. So I'm just so grateful for, you know, how my life has changed. You know, like I came from a really rock bottom moment from that relationship, and now I don't have those kind of emotions anymore. They're not crippling me. I'm still able to advance in life. So I'm just really, really thankful for that transition.
Sound like a blessing.
That's a blessing. You heard me? That's a beautiful thing. And that's one thing, if you guys saw my video coming back from rock bottom, strong man always get up. So I knew you was going to get up. You knew you were going to get up, and now you up, and it feels good. That's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you sharing that with me because I love to hear people winning. I'm the opposite of a hater. They want to see you doing bad. I want to see you doing good. So when you share that with me, makes me feel great, inspires me, lets me know if I ever reach rock bottom, I can talk to you because you've been there. And now you win it. So that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm happy to hear that things are going your way. And you know what? What's ahead of you is way better than what's been behind you.
You said you was engaged, bro?
Yeah.
You mean location?
You said you was engaged with a woman?
Yeah, I was engaged, man.
Like she was not. It was like long distance.
Long distance in Africa, somewhere in Africa. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, bro, that sounds stressful already. You feel me?
Good bro, I took a flight out there and everything, like, but I'm just grateful for the bounce back is real.
Yeah.
And check this out. It's crazy you say that too. And mind you, your boy been through South Africa, Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, Addis Ababa, and I could keep going. It's a lot of work out there, bro, and I know you know. But you have saved yourself so much money, emotion, energy, and you should thank God. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Think whatever you could think. Because look, cutting it off early right now, way better than cutting it off 5 years later when you got 3 kids and the bitch is about to take half your shit.
Oh shit.
So you blessed. You blessed.
No more stress.
You blessed. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming back in, Danny. You know, we had to, I love to hear the saints speak because it's not about me. The assassin is about all of us. And that's what we try to teach in the society is that when you're, I say be selfish, but that's to be selfish to make yourself great. Make yourself great so you can contribute more. And that's an outward-oriented outlook where you care about everybody else. And I think if we all show love to one another, the world's going to be a better place. Now, the saints are going to have to show people how to do it because clearly the society has forgotten. So I just want to bring you back in so you could share some light with everybody. I appreciate that, Danny.
Thank you.
Aaron B, I'm attracted to them as well, but I'm more attracted to the other two. Okay, for sure. So he say he like the Indians, but he like him some white girls and he like him some a little bit of them chocolate things. You heard me? And they fuck good too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right. I guess they all fuck good, low key. You know, they all know
what's the water.
You know, they all the fresh water. He said part of it could be because I don't know a lot of Indian women. And most are in my mosque, so I don't see their full face. I feel you, bruh. I feel you. But hey, check this out. Don't think them niqabis ain't giving up pussy. Don't think that's the case. Darnell, what it do?
What's going on? I just got on the live stream and I'm enjoying what I'm hearing. But the last comment that y'all were just talking about, or what the other guy was saying as far as what he's thankful for. There's something that I think that, well, I know that I'm thankful for that I want to share. And today, you know, I went to go vote, and while I was in line, I heard one guy talking to a lady in front of him saying, "Man, I'm going through a hard time. You know, I found out I have cancer." Yeah. And that made me feel like I am thankful for having good health. I think it's really important that we take care of our bodies. That we eat right, we try to work out, we, are mindful as far as what we take in, because that could have been easily anybody to wake up realizing, damn, I got cancer, damn, I got leukemia, damn, my kidneys messed up, or whatever. So that just kind of re-emphasized in my head, like, man, I'm really thankful, knock on wood, that I have good health, and I think that people need to be thankful for their health. They don't take it for granted, because there's somebody out there that's struggling or got bad news this morning. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Yes, sir.
That's real. And Darnell, I appreciate you pulling up. Darnell and I did a consultation. Right, we did a consultation, didn't we?
We sure did.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We did a consultation, and I love when I can do a one-on-one consultation with folks because I get to be familiar. You know what I'm saying? I get to know where you're from. Like we get to build a relationship. And I travel a lot too. And you guys know I'm in Las Vegas. And like Darnell pulled up in Las Vegas. Hey, let me take you out to lunch, man. Because you're not a stranger. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. And what life is about, relationships. You can't get anything done without relationships.
Right.
I was in my hot tub last night, and a gentleman in there, we just chopping up. He was like, you know, man, I like you. Because I mentioned to him a situation I had when I was parking the drop top in a motherfucking handicap spot, and the police tried to jack me up. He was like, hey, man, give me your number. I got some resources for you. And then Ryan and I were just walking through today, and he saw me. He's like, hey, I got so-and-so. They're going to reach out to you. Relationships, you know what I'm saying? Everything. And Darnell, you're right. Health is so important because even a billionaire can't fix their health once it's gone bad. You know what I'm saying? No amount of money is going to make cancer disappear. I would say no amount of money make HIV disappear, but that nigga Magic Johnson, voila, gone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You heard me? But that cancer ain't no joke.
Right.
And most of y'all ain't got Magic Johnson money any damn way. So you need to take care of that health and know that it's precious. But check this out. Here's the other side of it. While you taking care of your health and you living day to day, why are motherfuckers living day to day like they got 1,000,000 days?
Right.
I'm trying to live today like there's no tomorrow. The thing that trips me out as far as this health and fitness go and just maxing out life is last night I was in the gym. I was looking at a cat doing pull-ups. And I looked down and I thought, damn, man, like I would give anything to be able to do pull-ups. I love pull-ups. My wrist, I injured my wrist, so I literally can't do pull-ups because it can't bear the weight.
Right.
I was just looking like, damn, I would love to do pull-ups. That's the kind of man I am. Most cats, they hate it. But I said, you know what, I'm thankful because when I was able to do pull-ups, I did them motherfuckers like there was no tomorrow. You hear me? Like if I was paralyzed today and I saw somebody running, I would miss running. But I would say when I was able to run, I was running 100 miles a week. You know what I'm saying? I was maxing it out when I could do it. That's how a real man lives. Use your health while you have your health. There's some people in perfect health, but they ain't doing shit.
Right.
And that's what trips me out. Like my mother just got a hip surgery. And I was telling Ryan that he asked me how my mother is. I said, she's doing very well, got a hip surgery. And he said, what, she fall or something? I was like, nah, she got a hip surgery, in my estimation, from laziness. You see? And I love my mother, but she lazy physically. She don't exercise. They say use it or lose it. When you don't move, when you don't stretch, you don't exercise, your body will be tight. It will become deformed. It will not function well. You will need surgeries to fix it. So people tell me like, oh, don't box, you're going to get injured. You ain't going to make it out of life alive. Your ass to get injured just typing on a computer. Carpal tunnel syndrome. That's why I can't do motherfucking pull-ups. Carpal tunnel syndrome. The pain from being on a keyboard for 13 hours a day. So it's like, man, love yourself when you got health. Push that shit to the max. Stop acting like your ass is living in bubble wrap, trying to be all protected and stuff. So I appreciate you sharing that. Darnell, what was on your mind? Was there anything else on your mind?
Yeah, just to piggyback on what you were saying, you know, as far as like the health goes, some people may be complaining about, man, you know, my damn legs are sore. I don't feel like running. My arms are tired. I don't feel like working out. Hell, there's somebody in the wheelchair that ain't got no legs to run that would be dying to wish that they could go run. There's somebody that went to Afghanistan and got his arm blown off or whatever, and we be dying to have sore arms. So don't complain. Be grateful and blessed as far as you having this temple that you have, this body, and take care of your body. And the beautiful thing about your body is, hell, you could transform it the way that you want to transform it to. You can make it how you want to make it. You could be your own artist to your own body based on the most important diet. You know, working out part is the fun part, but the diet is, I feel, is most important. But you have the wherewithal to scope your body the way that you want to. You want that 8-pack or whatever, you could do it. If the man next door could do it, you could do it. So
that's right.
It's like magic. You could do what you want to do with your body. So take care of your body, folks, and your head,
100%.
and your
100%.
I'm good.
Try Savvy writes, it's Alex. I went on live earlier. I agree as a man, one's word is everything. Say what you do, and most importantly, do what you say you would. Thank you both for your time and insight. Tri-Savvy, we truly appreciate that. We appreciate the insight and we appreciate the super chat. We're winding down right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and merge in Daniel, one of the saints, and we're gonna answer the last couple questions. We're gonna hear from Daniel, whatever was on his mind. We're gonna answer our last couple questions and we're gonna roll out because we've been out here for about an hour and a half and I'm hungry than a motherfucker. Frankly, that's why we gotta go. I'm hungry than a motherfucker. Hey Daniel, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm feeling like €1,000,000. What's the latest?
Not much. Just chilling. Getting off work. I don't have a question. I just want to show my face. Let you know I'm loving the video today. It's a good one.
Thank you. And may I acknowledge that Daniel, along with several other folks, and I'm not going to name everyone right now, but Daniel's on the Saints Council. So when you guys go to new member orientation, you guys go to a strategy meeting to figure out how to achieve your goals, or even when you come to this conference, and it's dope. Daniel is one of the several folks who are helping do this, volunteering their time, just like I'm volunteering my time, to make sure that this is a great organization for men. This is not just a platform for me to entertain you. Because, hey, guess what? I can make way fucking more money doing business. You heard me? Like, this is for you. If you're sitting at home and you're a man and you want to be great, or if you're sitting at home and you're a man and you want to be around great men, this is for you. And Daniel's one of the folks who contributes his time to build this thing. And so I just want to acknowledge you for your intellect, your creativity, your investment of time, and for your presence. So all the saints definitely, say peace to Daniel.
Yeah, shout out to Daniel.
Shout out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I enjoy it. It's all for you guys. So ain't none.
Yeah, he's a real one. And I'm going to go through and we're going to hit these super chats and we're going to roll out. If I missed your super chat, for sure, retype that it's a super chat in all caps. We're going to try to get to it. Then we rolling out because time is invaluable, ladies and gentlemen. And Daniel, I'm going to definitely throw you in if you have some insights. I know you probably do. Amir B, thank you for the super chat, Saint. Writes, hello, Marquett. Can you please speak on what are some career paths you recommend? I'm majoring in mathematics, which doesn't have a specific career path. By the way, I enjoy working with people and numbers. That's a rare bird. That's a rare bird.
That's it.
I'll let everyone else speak. If you have something to say, please jump in. And when you finish, I'll hop in.
Yeah, I'll start off. Data science is huge for sure. If you love numbers and people, especially now, public health is a big thing. I'm sure there's some, some think tanks out there, some research centers out there, some academic centers out there that you can work at, and put your knowledge towards that. Just helping people, helping society, in terms of community health and their health, or I'm sure there's some nonprofits you could work with, or community centers that you could work with that their work helps people, and you can put your energy towards that.
Excellent. Thank you. I would also recommend asking yourself, what do you want out of life? And meaning lifestyle wise, how much money do you want to make? What kind of house do you want to live in? How many cars you want to drive? What kind of vacations do you want to take? That's going to really define your path. With a mathematics degree, which is an excellent degree, you can do many things. You can do currency speculation. You can play the stock market, engage in paper assets, do day trading. You can be a data scientist, as was mentioned by Daniel. And data science applies to the medical field and many other fields. You can work for the United States government. You ain't gonna make no money, but it'll be very prestigious and it'll put you on a path to political power if that's what you want. So a mathematics degree, you could even write algorithms for technology companies like Google. So there are many things you can do. The more money you want, I can make specific recommendations. So Amir, feel free to follow up with me. But I'll tell you first and foremost, while you are in university as an undergraduate, I highly recommend that you pursue this degree while taking internships at major companies. That will give you the experience to let you know what you really do and don't like. Experience is the best teacher. Thank you for your question.
I'm going to the store so I can make you something.
You're going to the store?
Yeah.
Let's all go out to eat.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Bridget, do you have my info for Red Rock and see if they'll hook us up with some steak?
That station?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, see if they can get us some Wagyu or something.
Yeah.
Enough money to get the Wagyu. Yeah, tell them 3 motherfuckers. Okay. All right, so let's go through the last of these questions. Marquett, have you dealt with racism in your professional life, and how do you deal with it? No, I've never experienced racism. I said I'm gonna hit the super chats and then we out. I just thought that was hella funny. That was hella funny, man. I had my own fucking employees was racist. I mean, come on, man. Kevin Hayden writes, "Say no more, bro. Your game is impeccable. I truly appreciate that, Saint." You saw that shit just skip again. That shit was crazy. If I missed your super chats, I promise you that's because of this technology. So please retype it. We got Omar. Much love to you, Marquett, and the homie Ryan. Game and timing impeccable. Stay up, Saints. Amen. Peace to the Saint. Thank you, Omar. Chris D sent in the super chat. Thank you, Chris. Truly appreciate that, Saint. He just wanted to show the love. I love to see that. Marcus Thompson writes, appreciate the advice, Saint. I was just about to ask how you would respond to your women when gossiping to you. Well, we answered that one. Good. Also, could we get a disciplining your women video? Oh, shit, man. Damn, need to keep the pimp hand strong. Right, hoes, man. I got a lot of stuff on disciplining your women. It's got to go on Patreon because this shit is, it got to go on Patreon. Shoot me a DM on Patreon, Marquett. You're going to make a video on disciplining your women. And there are levels. I teach you how to reach back like a motherfucking pimp and then a new back flap that'll park a bitch like a Cadillac. You're
Oh, we froze.
But the thing is, you're going to pimp slap her mind. I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm also teach you some other shit. That's why I got to go on Patreon. Motherfucker ain't trying to catch a cake out here. You hear me? Yeah. But I appreciate that question. It's on my mom. Shoot me a DM. Let me know. Super chat. I asked you if you could do this video. The video, we have 3 on Patreon. The top 2 tiers are the ones that can request the videos because I just don't have enough time to do video. Fact that they try to. Okay, let me know if we having any issues with the live. We just refresh this website, make sure we're still live. I think we're
yeah, it's freezing a little bit.
Still good. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess that's a sign that we gotta start wrapping this. I just gotta hit these last super chats. Trippy Speaks writes, I thought you were just a hater on AMS and Corey Wine, Coach Corey Wine. But I lived work and got hooked. You are a real one, MDB. Hashtag underrated genius. Trippy, you're a real one. And I appreciate that because the real ones you can see through. You got vision. So I appreciate that you did your due diligence as a man, which is not to be emotional, but to look at the evidence. And in inspecting the evidence, you said, okay, this guy knows a little bit about what he's talking about. So I truly appreciate you acknowledging that. And for the record, everyone listening, I think AMS is a funny dude. Like I don't watch his content, but when it's been sent to me, every time I watch something, it makes me laugh. I think he's a funny guy. Like if I saw AMS walking down the street, I say, what's up? What's happening? Like I don't have any personal problems with either of these individuals. Corey Wayne, I think, is a sucker. Like if I saw him walking down the street, I just like look at him like he's a vaginal motherfucker.
Not vaginal.
He's a vaginal individual. Jonathan Perez writes, salute, Saint, to the whole assassin. What do you think about starting a business selling on Amazon using FBA? I think it's a great idea, and I'm working on that my damn self because you heard me, because it'll help me sell to my European customers. It's very expensive for me to ship from America to Europe on my own, but Amazon ships from America to Europe, or they use their their fulfillment by Amazon, which is what FBA means. They use their fulfillment center in the UK. So it's actually a lot easier for them to do it. So I think it's a great idea, Jonathan. I highly recommend it. Icebreaker, thank you for the super chat. Saying he writes, I just subscribed to your Patreon. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate the game and knowledge you bring. Can you explain how you can reinvent yourself and how to make new friends / network? Well, number one, when you invent, you generally create something new. If you reinvent, you're creating a new person. I don't think that you're ever becoming somebody you weren't, right? Like, you can improve yourself, but I don't subscribe to the idea of reinventing. So you should always be striving to be better. As we say in the Assassin, you should show the greatest part of who you are. So you don't have to reinvent who you are. You just have to discover and say, well, what am I already good at? How can I do more of that? How can I show more of that? And the world will reward you for greatness. You have to discover what that is within you. Further, and you know, I believe it was said that everyone is a genius. If you take a fish out of water, a fish will drown. If you put a bird and take it out of the air and put it in the water, the bird will drown. A bird is a genius in the air. A fish is a genius in the water. Figure out where you should be to exercise your genius. That's number one. So you don't have to reinvent yourself. Number two, I made a video called How to Network and Make Friends. So do check that out. But very short, I'll tell you, number one, anytime you go into an environment, introduce yourself to everyone like you're the boss. You know what I'm saying? Number two, remember people's names. Number three, give people a way to stay connected with you. Number four, offer people value and they will come to you in abundance. And I'll give you an example of offering value. There was one guy who said, Marquett, you should do a collaboration with so-and-so. I'm not even going to say the person's, the YouTuber's name. And I'm thinking like, well, I don't know so-and-so. So you're asking me to do something for your benefit. So I got to take out my time to make a connection with this person to do it for your benefit. Okay, that doesn't quite add up. Another person says, hey, Marquett, I think you should do a collaboration with so-and-so. And in that case, they say, hey, I've already reached out to them, did all the footwork, and this is going to benefit you in this way, and it's going to benefit me because it's two of my favorite YouTubers. They offer value. That person, I remember his name. That person did me a favor. That person, I'm inclined to do them a favor and want to stay in contact because there's reciprocity. So anytime that you add value, people are going to want to fuck with you. If you don't add value, they're not going to fuck with you. T. Cozy, G is what he wrote. I suppose he means G and G. Thank you. Yeah, well, absolutely, man. Truly appreciate the support. T. So Cozy. The Baker writes, Marquett, can you please have a signed black box book for a brother? I'm a patron and your content has helped shape my life for the better. Much love. I truly appreciate that. Baker, there is a link that I put in the description, which I'm going to copy and put in there again. The reason I need you to fill this out is because Bridget actually manages the black box books that we sign. So she's the one who brings like, hey, here's the 20 or so books that are going out today. I need you to sign them. So I don't want to miss out on that. So I'm just going to put the form there. Complete that form. I'll sign the book and we'll get that mailed out to you. Saying, appreciate the support. Anthony Gomez writes, how to become confident when naturally shy and reticent. Well, that is a longer answer, my brother. But I want to tell you this. Number one, you always feel confident when you can deliver the goods. You have to test yourself to make sure that you can deliver the goods. So, for example, if someone invited me, say, "Hey, Marquett, I want you to give an extemporaneous public speech," I say, "Yeah, no problem. Give me the fucking microphone." Right. Why? I've given like 500 public speeches. But if it was my first time, I feel nervous. My second time, I feel nervous. My third time, I feel nervous. So now I'm not confident just because. I'm confident because of experience. So don't ever look at someone who's confident and think they just happen to be confident. It's not accidental. It's intentional. It's by design. So if you want to be confident at something, you need to practice it. The difference between an amateur and a professional, an amateur practices until they get it right. A professional practices until they can't get it wrong.
The late great Nipsey Hussle would say, constant repetition is the path to progression.
Whoo! Preach. There you go. So that would be our advice to you. And if you're shy and reticent, you have to ask yourself, if these are all the things I want in life right here, and this is the shyness and reticence, you got to make sure that this is so strong that it makes this go away. Go after what you really want. Did I just get a phone call? Whole phone call? I wonder who that was. Okay. Oh, Austin, Texas. Interesting. I had a little bitch over there. Okay, carrying on. We just want to honor the folks who have super chatted. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, bro. You have helped me a lot. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. And that means a lot because I've lost a lot of lovely hijabi women for this work right here because they don't understand the greater impact of the work, how it positively impacts men, and how if we can positively impact men, we positively impact the world because you are the leader. You are the leader of your family. You are the leaders of society. If you are strong, your family will be strong. If you are strong, the society will be strong. If you lead, the world is led to a great place. I truly appreciate that. You have understanding. Subhanallah, I appreciate you sharing that with me. May there be much barakah for you in sharing that goodness with me. Jazakallah khair. Barakah is like blessing.
Oh, okay.
Jay Lyons writes, love y'all comradeship on everything, man. We go way back. We go way back. Appreciate that super chat. T So Cozy is back with the super chat, which is amazing because he said, I'm going to do it twice. Some people ain't done it once.
Right.
And that's the difference between certain kinds of men. And that's what I want you guys to learn from me. You got a cat who like, dog, I saw a cat trying to lose weight in the sun. I had on a goddamn rubber suit, a fat guy had on a rubber suit trying to lose weight, not realizing you're just losing water weight, bro. You're not actually losing fat. He's trying to take the easy route. This is the gap between great men and average men. A great man can do twice as much as an average man. A great man can do 4 times as much as an average man. Always encouraging you guys to be great. That's why when I tell women, hey, would you rather have 50% of a great man or 100% of a man who ain't worth shit? And that's why I'm entitled to have 4 women while some guys may be only entitled to 1 or 0. And so I want to shout you out for doing it twice when some folks ain't did it once. You heard me? You are showing that great men can do more. That's what I'm encouraging you guys to win, to have abundance, to be able to give. I want you all rich. I want you richer than me if you can be. Shit, I want everybody winning because when we get together, let's come together in abundance. Let's have fun. I cannot wait to see you guys at the conference. Oh my God. I love the programming we got set up, but Saturday night is going down. We hollering at every bitch on the strip. You heard me? We might fuck around and go live tonight on the strip. T So Cozy writes, always ready to learn from knowledgeable men that came before me. You dig? I'm 18 next month. Shout out, young man. And on the grind, big homie. Stay on the grind. Don't ever let off the gas pedal. My name is going to hold weight.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely. If you said it, and you talk it, then you walk it. Oh, absolutely.
Speak it into existence.
And when you 18, get in game like this, you're going to be a bad motherfucker. I hate to call you.
Stay on your P, young fella.
Talk to him. He's an example out here to the youngins. Chris Kozar writes, much love from NorCal. Keep it up, brother. And we appreciate the super chat, Chris. You know we fuck with the Bay. Yadidaimini. Yafeth is an OG. Always pull up with the super chat, consistent basis.
Yafeth Tesfan?
Habasha, brother, East African. And I believe Yafeth is also a patron. So Yafeth, thank you. I appreciate you just showing love. And I really want us all to show love, to lead with love. People would even accuse me of saying things that are misogynistic. That lets me know they're not hearing my message. Because most of what I'm talking about is having love for women. Most of what I have is from women.
Right.
Why would they give to me if I didn't show them love? Why would they stay with me if I didn't show them love? Love is the most powerful thing we have, man. Looks like we've reached all of the super chats. Unless I missed your super chat, Eric Farmer. Truly appreciate that, Saint. Just showing love. Twin One Top Gun. Appreciate the videos. I receive tremendous value from your content. Truly appreciate that, Top Gun. No Sweetheart. writes, "You give great advice for men." Thank you. Thank you. And that's what I'm here for. And that's why I tell hosts, turn my channel off, bitch. This ain't for you, bitch. Turn it off. I just want to make sure I have not missed a super chat. I think we caught up. Beautiful. Saints, we're going to end this the way we always end this, with the Creed of the Assassin. I'm going to go ahead and put the Creed of the Assassin up on your screen. I truly appreciate those who have stayed to the 9th inning, those who have stayed to the 12th round, because life, just like the OG Nipsey said, is a marathon. It is a marathon. And so, you know, you guys stayed to the end with us, and we're going to go ahead and pop up this creed, and we're going to say it with full passion, knowing that these words are true of you wherever you may be right now. The Creed of the Assassin. Repeat after me. I am going to be who I truly am because I am remarkable. And I will strive every moment to show the greatest part of who I am.
Short and sweet.
Huh. I know a bitch like that. Short and sweet. Oh, short and sweet and hella thick. Lord, them short ones be thick, don't they?
From time to time.
From time to time, right? When you blessed, you be blessed. Hey, the homie RP, you dig? Yep. Pulled up with your boy. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time. Peace, Saints.